And welcome to Complete Safe Marriages of This Generation Blueprint. In this series of the discovering the tips and how-tos deal with emotional withdrawal, we have covered a number of videos by now. And to just recap, by the way, Dr. Norman here. To just recap, the last video I talked about the important aspect of knowing or being aware that emotional withdrawal is in place, and giving the part that will be not the victim the wisdom of how to help the other part to the relationship not to continue in such a state. And to add to a little bit there, we would like to know that when these things are happening to those who are in relationships or who have been in relationships, it will be like it's automatic, and if not held properly, things can easily escalate and turn out to be something. But like I said in the last video, any response, like I was saying, that the cause that will be keeping the other part to the relationship quiet, it's concealed anger which needs to be revealed, and it needs some wisdom and some tactic for that to be done. And the other things that I wanted to add so as to continue to today's teaching, if you know that I last saw my spouse being himself or herself when we were at the shops, or when we last talked about that something, it's good, and it will help to say, honey, I seem to have noticed a change since the time we discussed about that, or since the time we were at the shops. I do not want to think that occurrence disturbed you, so that you open up a dialogue, like I said. And I mentioned also that you can expect any response. You can expect any response there. And as the person who is knowing what is happening, you need to be prepared for it, not to worsen it, but whatever will be the response from the other spouse, you need to be able to help to control the situation, and sort of help the other part to come to your normalcy, like in your relationship, right? And now in today's teaching, we want to know that there are two sides to emotional withdrawal. There are two sides. One is the normal side and the abnormal side. We know, and those who are in relationships, I'm just maybe helping in things that you have come across, things that you already know. When I say a normal withdrawal, something has just happened. It's a minor, it's just a trivial thing, which maybe just needs the two of you to come together, bringing the awareness to each other that why the quietness, and in normal circumstances it will lead you to talking over the issue, why the other party had sort of withdrawn, and that can be resolved so easily and quickly among yourselves. And then it comes to abnormal emotional withdrawal. abnormal emotional withdrawal comes with about three facets, about three things to itself. Firstly, it could be that there has been a disagreement which has been long stayed in your relationship, and maybe the other part to the relationship is using emotional withdrawal to sort of send her voice or his voice to be heard. If it is like that, it needs the other part to be assertive. You need to be assertive, because if you do not be assertive in that regard, the situation will prolong and might take time. When I mean to be assertive, I mean you need to be truthful to your to be truthful and up to the point. Like if the dialogue has been opened, it's your wife, it's your husband is trying to use emotional withdrawal for you to hear him out or to hear her out. Let's say it is the number two aspect. If it is something, let's say your wife is using emotional withdrawal for her to be heard by her husband in a thing that is normal, a thing that is expected from her husband, and the husband was not doing it, and that thing, or it may be something that she wants her husband to do something, or to understand her in a certain area, and that thing is noble, that thing is okay, and she has used or she is using emotional withdrawal to be heard out. That needs to the two of you still to sit down and hear her out or hear him out. It is not healthy for it to continue like that. It is not healthy for it to continue like that. Whether it is him who is trying to send the echoes of his voice, or it is her that is trying to send the echoes of her voice, definitely, and as a matter of concern, the two parties to the relationship needs to come together and discuss about that. You need to come to an agreement so that that state of applying emotional withdrawal will not continue. And thirdly, if the state of applying emotional withdrawal persists, it is an unhealthy situation in a relationship. You know what happens in an emotional withdrawal situation? That people who used to joke, they used to laugh, they used to play around as kids. There will be quietness. That quietness that sort of denies your presence. That quietness that does that you may come to the extent of hearing even the paper if it falls down. There's that grave and deadly silence. Yet there are two people there. If there will be something that you will be doing, it is only the noise of the things that you are doing, or the hands which are at work, but there is that quietness. And it is not to be tolerated. I have always said someone must be there to break the silence, especially you have issues that you just talk, and sometimes you have a one-word answer because of that emotional withdrawal. So I'm saying this needs to be known, and I hope it will help someone out there. If emotional withdrawal persists, spouses will end up absconding presence at home. They'll find petty reasons to be away from the other spouse, where they will meet friends and they will be able to fellowship, to laugh, to joke, and to share. Excuse me. And that shouldn't be the case with your marriage. It shouldn't be the case with your relationship, where, let's say for an example, if it is your wife goes somewhere where she will laugh, where she will fellowship, where she will share, and where she will joke, and then after a while comes back home with that idea at the back of her mind or at the back of his mind, I am going back to that house again, where there is emotional withdrawal, where there is dead silence, like people are not living. So when emotional withdrawal is perpetuated, it is not a healthy condition. It is not a healthy situation. It will cause, if that happens for one day, like I have said, it will cause spouses to abscond presence at the house. If that persists, like it happens day in and day out, that there will be journeys created solely for the reason of running away from this situation of emotional withdrawal. It is not healthy to your relationship. But I advise, as we are continuing in this series teaching, hoping the few words are helping one or two people out there, that at this stage, this is where, if you know very well that the two of you cannot bring up a dialogue that can bring a solution to this emotional withdrawal, this could be, we don't normally advise people to rush and look for counselors just for petty issues, that you can, the two of you sit down and iron things. And this is how marriages grow and become strong and sure at the same time. But at this time where emotional withdrawal will have persisted, it will trigger a lot of negative things. And it might be, maybe with counsel, be the right time maybe to involve a counselor in your relationship or in your marriage. And like I said, this is all for this video. And for those who want to move faster than how we are uploading these videos here, you can just scroll right down this video. There is a link there that will take you to the website where you have all the entire of all these things. And until the next video, we will close this one.